What should you do to become financially stable in a bad economy? Should you invest in the stock market, government securities, or real estate? Or would it be better to invest in a business? But aren't stocks intangible, just made out of thin air which won't be there if the economy falls? And can you really trust the government? What about the impending real estate crash? Yes, in this situation, everything seems uncertain and no one really knows what will happen. You can be confused about whether to sell your assets, buy more, pay your debt, or just focus on surviving. This confusion leads many to make the wrong moves, and when turbulent times end, they end up worse off than before. But you can avoid this if you think strategically. Just know that in today's world, there are always two possibilities. Either you are already in economic turbulent times or are heading towards such times. Therefore, knowing what to do in whatever situation you are in is the key to not only surviving but thriving. So, are there any simple yet effective strategies that you should follow to ensure your financial stability during economic turbulent times? Let's find out. Hello, I am Manyara Kirago and I have been a personal finance professional for the last 2 decades. In this video, I'll explain the most concrete and solid tangible steps you can take to ensure your financial stability during a time of economic decline and crisis. If you need help to ensure that you get the best outcome with your finances, I am available for your support. Please check out my do-it-yourself online course, my one-on-one financial freedom coaching, and the Eternity Real Estate program from the links in the description below. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe and share it with anybody who you think may benefit from it. And also, while you're at it, ring the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new video. So let's get started. Number 1 is to prioritize survival. Most people suffer during economically turbulent times mainly because they do not understand the sensitivity of the situation. Therefore, instead of taking careful steps, they keep on living as though it was business as usual. This needs to change immediately. You have to adapt the right mentality where you understand that survival is the key objective for you and your family and prepare yourself accordingly. Life enjoyment goals and unnecessary spending should be paused for now. The cash you have in hand should only be spent on the most basic necessities such as food and health and education and such. To get a picture, imagine yourself lost in a forest. You would definitely not care much about keeping your clothes clean or your car free from minor scratches, but only for survival. You will have plenty of time to enjoy life only if you get through the forest, which in this case is the economic turbulence. Number 2 is to protect your wealth. If you are not already in an economic decline yet, understand that you should have only a minimum amount of cash at hand. The rest should be converted into assets that will not lose their value, such as land and rental real estate. These assets have the ability to absorb the shocks of currency devaluation, which cash does not. Number 3, do not sell assets unless there is no other option. During an economic decline, there is panic. People see prices of assets such as stocks and real estate free falling. In this panic, they sometimes prefer selling these assets at whatever price they can get at that time, rather than keep holding them and risk having to sell them at much lower prices or even at a total loss later. However, this is irrational thinking. When the economic decline is over, and it will inevitably end, these assets will reclaim their original value and even more. Therefore, Selling during economic decline is financial suicide unless you have no other option. When you don't have money to buy food and other necessities, this option may be unavoidable. Number 4, build an emergency fund. If economic decline has not hit you yet, your priority should be to build a strong emergency fund. This will be used during times when your income is affected and you don't have money to buy essentials. Understand that turbulent times can last longer than thought. Therefore, you should have at least a 6-month budget in your emergency fund. However, more is even better. This fund can be built up by increasing savings or diversifying your income sources. Multiple streams of income can always help not only cover your present monthly expenses, but also to funnel the surplus into your emergency fund. Next, if in business, think about selling basic essentials. Because for the general population, economic decline brings about a reality check. Reality hits them when they have nothing to survive on. Because of this, businesses that sell basic necessities which everyone needs and cannot live without, even during an economic decline, these kind of businesses tend to do well, and such a business can bring you a steady income. No matter what job or business you do, consider a shift to selling basic things like food instead of luxury items. Bear in mind, this is a strategy for economically turbulent times. People may or may not spend money on other commodities, but it is a fact that they will definitely have to buy food and related items. Number 6, work with what you have. During turbulent times, you might want new items. However, instead of buying them, repurpose or repair what you already have. As I said earlier, survival is your key mission. Therefore, try working with what you already have. Imagine things like old furniture, patching up clothes, or using things around the house. This will pay off because it reduces unnecessary spending and stretches your resources even further. Number 7 is to invest in home efficiency. Besides food, you will need energy to ensure living comfortably. Therefore, if an economic decline has not hit you, try to invest in sustainable free energy sources such as solar energy. You can gradually buy solar panels and increase energy production capacity with time until you reach a point where your entire house is self-sustaining. Not only that, but you can invest in making your home more energy efficient by reducing utility costs. This can be done by making improvements like using LED lighting. Number 9 is to prepare for and seek out good real estate deals. Instead of holding cash assets, think about investing in rental real estate. It is not mandatory, but it's a great option as it can catapult you into wealth. That's because during economically turbulent times, real estate prices will decline. There are solid chances that you can get a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Not only real estate, but many other assets will be available at lower prices. And when the economy recovers and begins to grow, property values and incomes will increase drastically. Number 10 is to pay off debt using the bare minimum approach. There is a possibility that you have standing debt on which you have to make debt payments every month. This has to be handled with care. Instead of paying more than the due amount each month, try paying the bare minimum, an amount that is just enough. This will ensure that your credit history is not affected while allowing you to have cash on hand which can be used for other essential purposes. Understand that during turbulent times, liquidity or having cash is limited and you should preserve it instead of spending it. Isn't it true that most people do not think strategically like this during economically turbulent times? Would you like to prepare both financially and mentally for an economic decline that can be already on its way? In the comment section right below, please share your thoughts and also tell us what more can be done to ensure that you stay financially stable even if the biggest companies and the economy collapse. If you want to learn in more detail how you too can generate passive income so that you can finally gain financial freedom, then what you need to do is watch my free training, How to Grow Your Wealth and Attain Financial Freedom. Click the link in the description below and you will get immediate access to that training video. Please click the link below and watch it now. If you love this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for practical insights on financial planning, financial freedom, and more. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.